Hey, what's up, everyone? You are listening or watching the TOMICA Podcast Edition, Episode 15. How is everyone doing today? Well, when it comes to TOMICA, there's always going to be a constant number of releases and also re-releases, and I think that's what we're seeing quite a bit of. But let's go ahead and check out how are things looking for we get the TOMICA Christmas Collection 2023, but we're gonna go ahead and check out what is coming out first. And it's been almost 3 months since I last podcast, and I think that gives enough time to to check out to see what type of cars, die-cast cars, and what kind of other products that are released in the TOMICA line. I know it's been some time since I did my last podcast, and I was doing it pretty much frequently, pretty much every week, but it was a little difficult because as we approach the holidays, deliveries tend to be a little later, and also I was trying to figure out the fluctuation with the prices. While things are still good for those who are overseas, I noticed that stores are starting to adjust the prices because they know that people are buying a lot from overseas, and also adjusting shipping charges, and it's kind of going up. So you kind of have to keep your eye out and just pretty much see what works, what works for you. But for TOMICA, remember, TOMICA is not just sold in Japan; it's sold in other countries as well in Asia. And if you do order from Asia, it's still going to be the Japanese release. It may come with packaging with a label from another country, but once you open that packaging, on the box itself, it's the original Japanese release. From the majority that I've seen and I have purchased so far, most of the stuff I get is from Japan. 99% pretty much is, or actually 99.5% is that my purchases are from Japan. But sometimes, you have to go to other countries to get some oldies. Of course, there's some of the USA stuff, but I'm not going to even get to that, because if you were into it several years ago, then you probably purchased them or didn't purchase them because of the price difference. But let's go ahead and check out what is happening in December of 2023. And what you see here, let me get to it real quick. So what we have here is the Toyota Crown, and you kind of you get to see it in its brown. I guess you could say it's is it brown? Kind of looks brown, right? But yeah, and it comes with an alternate version of the red with a black hood. I like the red one. This is where I kind of get a little ticked sometimes, is that I wish they released some more desirable ones, but I understand. You kind of call this the first edition or so, and that's how it is. But you get the suspension. By the way, this was released this month, December 2023, and with the release of this Toyota Crown, the number 72 Lotus Elise Sport 222 will be discontinued. So if you haven't gotten that, you definitely want to get it. The number 93, the Mazda CX-5 Road Patrol Car. The number 93 Copen GR Sport is the one that's going to be delisted, so you want to get that while you can. But again, these tend to have a suspension. This one is pretty much a repaint. They had a river patrol car in orange, but this one is in yellow. And these cars do exist in Japan. It's actually pretty cool. But yeah, I like the red and white stripes right here. And I really like that. So then you have the Isuzu Elga Osaka City bus, and this one will be taking over the number 129 Ubi Industries doubles trailer. So if you didn't get that one, you definitely want to get that before it, because it's delisted. But this Osaka City bus, it's a bus that you often see in the city. especially with the green and blue. And I think that's pretty cool. And it has opening and closing front and rear doors. These other two have suspension, but these ones have opening and closing front and rear doors. And you go to the Tomica World, and then you get the Nissan car dealer, Tomica Town. This is pretty cool. Let's go ahead and check out those pictures there. So it's almost like the 7-Eleven ones. These are the ones that you can easily close up and pretty much package easily. But these are 25, 30 yen. And, while these are retail price, you can definitely go to Amazon and possibly find it cheaper. Amazon Japan. Then you got the Tomica World, Tomica Town, Nissan. Well, that's not the Nissan car. This is a Dream Tomica. SP Disney 100 Collection Blue, and you got Collection Green. And you got the Disney right here. This one is I'm trying to see what other characters there are, but I don't think it's just more of the 100th anniversary. While below you get the gray and red. I like that one. That's actually pretty cool. With the Mickey Mouse logo. And I think you got some classics here. Let's see what's the other side of that. Okay, Mickey Mouse Club. Let's see what the other side is this. Okay, that's pretty plain. And yeah. So far I'm liking this gray one. This one retails for about 880 yen. And here's the one with Mickey Mouse in the band. And got that classic 100 anniversary right there. You got the Tomica TH04 Diesel. And yeah, that's probably going to be a big collectible for Christmas right there. Small one, but it's cheap. Well, no, it's 825 yen, but you might actually find it cheaper. So just keep an eye out on Amazon. And then now we get to the Tomica Premiums. You have the Toyota Land Cruiser in yellow, and the first edition is in red. And then you got the Tomica Transporter Nissan Skyline GTR V-Spec Noir. So this is pretty cool. I like that red. Really nice. And then you got the Fukutomi Tomica right here. So let's see here. I'm trying to see what. So this is a full set. That's actually pretty cool. So you got a Subaru 360 of Kumaneko. So that's a classic right here. You got the Daihatsu Taft Tsubame. Toyota Hiace Nishikigoi. This one is the Nissan Silvia S15 Dragon. And the Nissan Fairlady Z Phoenix. And then the UD Trucks Kwon Tuna. So, yeah. So I'll translate to tuna. So that is the Fukutomi Tomica. And then you got the Tomica store originals of the Tomica Lottery. And then you got this one is actually available at 7-Elevens and at Ito Yokado. The next one is Tomica Shop Original Toyota Coaster Tomica Town Doctor Car. And that one's only available in the Tomica Shop. So that is the what is released in December. By the way, while I was looking here, I was looking at this ENA, the Air Nippon Airways, this DX Jawbreaker, I think it's called, and yeah, I like how that transforms to a plane. Very cool. I'm not sure if there's a price. Oh wow, it's about 6,600 yen. Or is that these other ones? I think they tend to average about 7,150 to 6,600 yen. So, but yeah, it's about $50 for US. But yeah, if you have the money, go for it. It's it looks like a pretty cool deal. Let's check out what is happening for January. My goodness. Usually when I last did this, it looks like they were saving some of these really hot cars for the end of the year or the beginning of the new year. But we got the Acura Integra for number 75. This is gonna replace the number 75 Aston Martin DBX. Again, if you didn't get the Aston Martin before, you might want to get it now before it's too late. This one has suspension, comes with blue, and then the first edition is red, but I actually prefer the blue for this one. Number 102, Toyota Yaris Cross GR Sport. This one is also suspension, and this one is replacing the number 102 Hitachi Construction Machinery Rigid Dump Truck, the EH3500 AC2. So definitely get that Hitachi Construction Machinery dump truck if you didn't get it yet. But this one will replace it, the Yaris Cross GR Sport. And then we have the Tomica Job Labor Race Braver Nissan GTR and Fairlady ZW set. This will be about 5940 yen. That's actually pretty cool. Look at that. That is nice. So that's definitely one I think collectors will definitely be jumping on. And of course you got the Pikachu, the Pokemon. Where are you going with Pokemon? Where is this car? Pokemon Doko. So, I think if anything, looking at this, anything with Pikachu tends to sell pretty quickly. So you definitely want to jump on it if you have the chance. So I think this is very cool. It goes about 880 yen. But yeah, I think this is very cool. And then here you got the Dream Tomica, the Ghibli of the Spirited Away, Kaonashi. This one, I'm sure, will also be a popular one, and I wouldn't be surprised if this one you see at the Ghibli stores. But that's pretty cool. I actually like this one a lot. And if you're listening to this today, and if you are living in the United States, I do want to plug the sale for digital streaming of the Ghibli titles, because you get the Japanese and English dub for $10 right now. If you are into having collections of your own, if you're not into the physical but you're into the digital, you can definitely get it at Vudu. That is if you are living in the United States, for Studio Ghibli. Tomica Exciting Doki Doki Collection 2. So this one comes with this one is about 935 yen, so you can get these little, I think, are these little tiny ones? Looks like it. But yeah, you get a wide variety, and I think if you're a Thomas fan, it's probably a good gift for a kid if you don't want to spend too much. Then you got the Cars Tomica C24 Lightning McQueen Ice Racing Type, the Cruz Ramirez Ice Racing Type, and then for the Tomica Premium, you got a yellow Nissan Silvia. Interesting. It's 1/62. Suspension left and right door opens. So if you want a yellow Silvia, definitely go for it. And then the Tomica Premium, you got the, I guess you got a re-release of the Initial D AE86 Fujiwara Takumi. So if you didn't get it before, now you can get it again. I think they're just adding it to the premium line. I believe the one I have, well, it was Premium Unlimited as well, but maybe these are just re-releases. But I did notice the number 01, so maybe, I don't know if this is going to be different. It looks the same, but They've been doing re-releases for these Tomica Unlimited lines. So maybe this is just giving people a chance to to get the car if they didn't get it for the first time. But it's about 1320 yen. Then you got the Tomica Premium Unlimited Mini 4WD 4-wheel drive Avanti Junior, and that's about 1430 yen. That's actually pretty cool looking. It's something you don't usually see being released from Tomica. And you got a black one here of that Avanti Junior Black Special. So that's actually pretty nice. And these go also for 1430. Going down, you could see the Lamborghini Aventador Coupe, the mirror homage design specification. So, yeah, I think this is a really good homage for the Miura design. And this is only available at Toys R Us and Babies R Us. At Aeon stores, you can get the Toyota GR Supra Dubai Police specification, and also the Apida Piaggio Original Toyota 2000 GT Wild Style Volume 5, and the Ito Yokado Original Subaru WRX S4 STI Sport RX Tricolor Color Specification. It's a long one, but that's pretty cool. I like it. But again, this is only available at Ito Yokado stores nationwide. This one is for at nearest a Pizza Piaggio stores. So these are really going to be like pretty much when they have these are kind of rare releases. So you definitely want to get your hands on them if you can. You might have to look for eBay on these, but for the most part, expect to pay a little bit more of a premium if you live overseas. Going on to February releases. Not everything's announced yet, so we kind of have to hold off and wait a little bit. But we have here the Subaru Sambar kit car. If you want one that has a big giant cake on it, I mean, go for it. Then you got the new car still to be announced later. Then we get the Disney Tomica number 180, the Parade of Toy Story, Disney Tomica Parade Toy Story. And this one I really like a lot. This is the Disney Motors Dream Sailor Mickey Mouse. So this is the classic Mickey right here in gray and white. And with a classic Mickey. I kind of like that right there. And this one's going to be about 1,100 yen. Right here we got the Cars Tomica C22 meter ice racing type and the Jackson Storm ice racing type. So this is a continuance of the January releases, or the January Cars ice racing type. And here we got the Tomica Premium Maurice Mini. That's an interesting one. You get it in red, or you get the first edition in green. For Tomica Premium, how do you know it's the main one is always going to be black, and then the first edition ones are the red box. So actually this one looks pretty cool. I've never seen this ever released. It may have been, but for me, I don't recall ever seeing it before, but that's pretty cool. Tomica Transporter Honda Civic Type R FD2. This is going to be 2640 yen. And yeah, more Tomica Transporters. And then you got the Takara Tomy Mall Original Tomica Premium with Nissan Silvia S15. This one is in white. And again, this is only available at Takara Tomy Mall. Unfortunately, you may have to look on eBay for that. But one thing that I think that I like about this one is that with the Tomica Premium, you got the yellow one, but this one you got the a white one. So I kind of like this a lot. I wish they released this as the main one, or actually released it as a first edition release. So it is what it is, but they're still announcing. So there's we'll see what other releases are coming up. So with the holiday season, let's see what Tomica cars are hot right now and what is selling as we near Christmas time. Okay, let's start off with Bic Camera. And with they're having their Christmas special sale, but this is covering December 3rd through the 9th, and what we have here is the Takara Tomy, the Job Labor DX Skybraver Anna jetliner, what we talked about, 7040 yen. So little high, but not bad. Almost consistent with the others. Then you got the pre-release of the Tomica Premium Unlimited Mini 4-wheel drive of the Avanti Junior. Then you got the Kaonashi of Spirited Away. Then you got that black version, this black special version of the Avanti Junior. And then you have the Fukutomi Tomica. So this one celebrates the new year. So okay. How do I explain this one? So in Japan, in the new year, they have something called Fukubukuro. And this is where you buy what they call a lucky box. And sometimes you get things when you don't know what it is. I really am not sure about this one. Because they had the Fukutomi, and I wonder if it's the same as the Fukubukuro, where it's part of the new year, and I'm not sure if you can. It looks like you can't buy them all. It's just pretty much you get, whatever you. I'm not sure if the box even shows it. I wonder if it's a plain box and you don't know what's inside. But it'll be interesting to see some videos from people from Japan once they start getting these. So we'll see. At number 6, you got the Tomica Town Let's Expand and Play. So that play park with a little slide. Well, this one is the one with the big slide that's really popular. That one's about 60-70 yen. At 8th place, you got the Hino Fire Engine with ladder, because fire engine cars are still popular. And then you got at number 9, the MF Ghost Toyota 86 GT, the Katagiri Natsuko. 10th, you got the Tomica Town Rocks Are Rolling, big construction site. 11th, you got the Tomica Light Up Theater Connect. 12, you have the number 45 Toyota Dyna cleaning truck. And you're starting to see some of these, the ones that are pretty much going, the one that they're pretty much, I believe, is this the one? No. I don't think this is the one. But, I'm not sure if this is the one that's going out of stock or this is a newer one. I have to look that up again. But 13, you got that set of the Nissan GTR and Fair Lady, 4750 yen. And then you got that sign car, the patrol car. And so that is Big Camera. So let's go ahead and check out Yodobashi. Okay, now we are on the Yodobashi rankings, and let's see what is selling well right now. So we have the popularity ranking at number 1. We got the number 9, the Komatsu new excavator. I think this one is because it's pretty much construction truck, and kids can play it in the dirt, and it's only 374 yen, so it's pretty cheap. And you got the Suzu Elf, the railroad vehicle box mini car, and it's number 17. In third place, we got the Tomica number 13 Nissan Fairlady Z Nismo GT500 in the box. Fourth place, you got the Toyota High Medic ambulance for fourth place. And fifth place, you have the Takara Tomy Tomica number 108 Hino Fire Engine with ladder. At number 6, you got the number 141 Self-Defense Force Heavy Wheeled Recovery Vehicle Car. At 7th place, we have the Tomica Transforms to Big Patrol Car. Let's see here if you can see the 8th place. 8th place here, if you can't see it, it's actually the Disney Pixar Tomica Collection Gail Buford. So that is a Disney Pixar Tomica collection. Not sure if that's a new one or an old one. It must be new or newer, but yeah, those are the top selling ones for Yodobashi.com. So pretty much both are different. Big Camera and Yodobashi both are very popular places, electronic places that sell toys as well. So if you are visiting Japan, you can definitely pick these up in Akihabara or Shibuya or anywhere pretty much where there's a big camera and Ikebukuro, you name it. They're everywhere, especially big camera locations. But Yodobashi, definitely there are a few, and you can see that big one in Akihabara if you're in the area. Okay, so before we go, I just want to thank everyone who supports this podcast and people who love knowing about Tomica or are interested in Tomica. Tomica die-cast metal vehicles are, of course, not the cheapest. For those of you who live in Asia, yes, they are affordable. For those of you who are overseas, it does cost a little bit more, than your typical Hot Wheels or your Matchbox diecast, vehicles. But again, the quality and the type of vehicles you get from Japan, or just from Tomica in general, it's just really awesome. And I absolutely love Tomica, and I can understand for those of you who are like, I like it, but I just can't afford it, or it's just not easily available. I totally understand that. For those of you who live overseas, again, Amazon Japan is the best way to get them because you get that discount. You get the one discount of the Amazon price, and then you get the discount of living overseas if your currency is doing better than the yen. Currently, it's at 144, and that's still very good for those who are overseas. Just 2 weeks ago it was like 150, 152. But I think Japan's trying its best to make the currency situation better, but we'll see. It's been like this for the past year right now, and so it's been it's a great opportunity for those of you who live overseas. Not the greatest thing for those living in Japan, but for those overseas, it's a good thing. But please note, if you are planning to go to Japan, there is talk about doing some changes with a tax-free system, because they know that people from overseas are getting things a lot cheaper, and especially with the currency situation, and also without the tax, having to pay taxes for certain shops. There are people, unfortunately, who are taking advantage of that. People from Japan who are taking advantage of it by getting people from who are foreigners to make purchases for them, like jobs, and it's unfortunate, just keep an eye on Amazon Japan and look for prices, something that you like. There are sales that happen. They do have also Takara Tomy sales, so definitely just keep on checking. If you do not see something that is on there today, check back in a month or two. Sometimes they often do restocks, and that's another plus on Amazon. But yeah, just keep on checking. But definitely, it's very important to check the shipping price, because some of the shipping prices that Amazon is doing right now is ridiculous. You got some that are 2,100 yen. If you order, more than one thing, it works out. But when you see that super high shipping of, especially if you get the transforming Tomica toys, then expect to see that 5,600 yen, which is almost like $45 shipping just for that, and that's just really ridiculous. They do the same thing with Polarel as well for the certain tracks, not so much for the trains, but for the tracks, and it's like, why are they doing this? But for the most part, just keep an eye on it. And as for the holidays, I can't say that things are going to be slow. I know, may you be in the United States or some country due to the holidays, things are definitely going to be slow through some couriers. But with Amazon using DHL for overseas, hopefully it means that you will get your stuff in time versus the backlog that FedEx or UPS has. But I think if anything is just keep on just keep on checking back on Amazon Japan for those cheaper prices. But for the most part, as for this podcast, again, thank you for everyone for listening. And I will probably do podcasts instead of weekly, possibly maybe monthly or bi-monthly or tri-monthly. We'll see, because I just want to make sure there's enough content to talk about. And instead of trying to do constant reviews over time, just to bulk up the time each week. It gets very hard doing that, and it's becomes a little costly too, on my part. But for the most part, if you are into Tomica and you are interested in Tomica, please continue to support this podcast. If there's you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Again, Tomica, Hot Wheels, Matchbox, whatever you're interested in, just keep showing the love for your favorite die-cast metal vehicles. And as for Tomica, continue to support them if you are a collector or a big fan of it. If anything, I hope Japan realizes that there is Tomica love. They did the experiment of selling it in the United States before, but I hope they consider doing it again, because there's so much cool stuff being released, and I think they know already that people are going overseas, ordering from overseas just to get them. So anyway, you take care, and I'll see you later. And happy holidays, everyone. Bye-bye.